And I thought it was very important to have this conversation because it's so easy to lose yourself. And once you do it, it's like, oh my God, who am I? Like, why am I not happy? What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. This episode is going to be a little bit different. Welcome back to VENTage Vlogmas. If you're new here, hi. If you've been here, what up though? If you are new here, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Most importantly, subscribe, join the family. So, for VENTage Vlogmas today, I wanted to do like a get ready with me situation. Around the holidays, it is very easy for us to lose ourselves, right? We lose ourselves in our family and our friends and our partners, just making sure that everything goes smoothly for the holidays. And sometimes we just kind of get disconnected from ourselves. So today I wanted to talk about losing yourself. Firstly, this would not be a VENTage Vlogmas if I did not mention the inspiration behind the series name. VENTage comes from my books of poetry in the VENTage series. And the reason I'm bringing that up is because I wrote these books because I, on a few occasions, felt like I was losing myself. And for some reason, I don't know what it is, poetry just always kind of, you know, brought me back. It brought me back to center. It brought me back to like the things that I love, the things that I like to do. And because it did that, I was more inclined to be more creative and to just express myself. But not only express myself in my books, but express myself to the people that were in my life that I felt like I was losing my identity in. And that's very important. When you start losing your identity in the identities of the people that you care about, simply because it's just easier that way. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's easier to assimilate to what other people kind of have going on when your things are, you know, a little more flexible, like you can do them anywhere. It was always easier for me to lose myself because with my hobbies, they've always been very versatile. I've been able to do them everywhere, and it just, I don't know, I think I'm just easily adaptable. Like, I can adapt and be in any situation. I think that's what it is. So that's probably also why it was so easy for me to lose myself in either my relationships, my family happenings, my friendships. It was just so much easier that way. Because of that, I was just like, I need something to, you know, bring me back to center. And writing my books of poetry in the VENTage series has definitely done that on so many occasions. I have 3 books, so if you want to check those out, you can see them here. Now, back to the topic at hand. Losing yourself is honestly one of those things that you don't notice because it happens so slowly. Like, it happens very quickly. And sometimes it happens and you don't even notice that it happened. You just turn around one day and like, look at everything, and you're just like, this is not what I remember my life being like. Like, I thought it consisted of other things. And so the moment that happens, it's already too late because now you gotta recenter yourself. So the trick to not losing yourself is checking in with yourself. That's it, you know? These things ain't hard. And it took a lot of self-care and self-maintenance for me to get here and like really figure out how not to lose myself, because it was just that easy. I'm one of those people, I want to see my loved ones happy. I want to see them happy. I want to see them fulfilled. I want to see them doing the things that they love. I want to see them loved and cherished as much as possible. And so when it comes to me, of course I'm going to try to give them that, you know? It just, sorry if I sprayed y'all. It makes me smile because it makes them smile. Like, I like for my people to be happy. That's all. Another reason that we lose ourselves is because we forget to say, you know, the things that we want and what our desires are. And when we stop saying what we want, people put what they want onto us, and we just kind of take it and kind of deal with it. And that is not healthy at all, because at that point, not only are you losing yourself, you're losing your identity as it pertains to how other people see you. It's so easy to lose yourself, and it's just like, oops. Like when it happens, it's like, I did not intend for that to happen. That was not supposed to happen like that. Another way that we lose ourselves is we shrink. We shrink and we dim our own lights when it comes to the needs of other people and the wants of other people. And that is something that is easily done when you also just want to avoid conflict, which is another way that you can lose yourself. Conflict is just a part of life. Like, I'm a generally, very, very happy person, but I don't live in this world with myself and myself only. Like, it's just, I'm not the only one, So I don't just talk to myself all day and there's no conflict. But yeah, conflict is a part of life. And for a long time, I was like, I don't want to have to deal with this, that, and the third. Like, I don't like conflict. I don't like arguing. I don't like getting into it with people. I don't have the energy. Like, it's just certain things. I'm just like, you got it, big dog. Like, I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to argue with you. I don't like conflict, not because I can't argue. It's just because it just seems stressful. But I did learn that there are healthy ways to have disagreements and to have conflicts. And once I figured that out, it's easy to lose yourself if you're avoiding conflict. There are healthy ways to have conflicts. There's healthy ways to have conversations. Just go into your conflicts with the goal of having a resolution. We also shrink to make our loved ones and the people that we care about happy. It's so much easier to just shrink because it's harder to be misunderstood. Like, no one wants to be misunderstood, but it's so much easier to just deal with people by just, assimilating and not being the cause of problems in any given situation. But even though it's easier, that does not mean it's right. Do not shrink yourself, because you're going to lose yourself at some point. Let's talk about ways that I like to catch myself when I feel like I'm about to put myself in a position to lose myself. I always say how I feel about something. Always. If I don't say how I feel about something, then people are going to assume that whatever's currently going on is okay with me. And that's not always the case. If I'm not okay with something, I'm not going to say it's okay, because if the time comes again where there's the same or similar conflict, they're going to be like, well, you were okay with it last time, so why are you not okay with it this time? Just say you're not okay with it the first time. Another way is to know what I enjoy and what I don't enjoy, what triggers me and what doesn't trigger me. Communicate those things and avoid them if you have to, or just make it very clear what those boundaries are. And I always like to give people who I am when I first meet them, so that they aren't surprised later. Like, if I'm someone that likes to have debates, I'm going to let them know, look, I enjoy a good debate. We don't have to argue. This is not an argument. An argument and a debate are two different things. Like, I like to debate about, this is just an example. I can debate with you, but no, I'm not going to do that, because I'm going to start a riot on here if I start talking about basketball players. Y'all know which ones I'm talking about, who the GOATs are. We're not going to go there. But that's just an example. I like to have, friendly debates and things like that. And so that's something that I would tell people ahead of time, so that when those conversations do come up, they don't think that we're arguing. But they know that they should expect that from me, It's also very important to know who you are. Like, you have to know who you are outside of your hobbies, outside of your friends, outside of your family. Outside of the things that you like to do. You have to know who you are at your core, and you have to know how to bring yourself back from certain situations, or push yourself to thrive in certain situations. So that's also very, very important. now that we've talked about losing ourselves and how not to lose ourselves, again, I thought it was very important to have this conversation because it's so easy to lose yourself. And when you do feel like you're losing yourself, give yourself a plan just in case it happens. Give yourself a roadmap. Have reminders of who you really are, either around you, whether it's like a little trinket or something on your keychain or a photo in your house. Just have something that reminds you of who you are and that can always bring you back. I do hope you all enjoyed this content and getting ready with me, even though most of it was getting this hair detangled. But I do hope you enjoyed this content. And this is day 6. This is day 6 of Vintage Vlogmas. This has been really fun. It's also helped me enjoy the holidays a little more and to get a handle on all of the things that made me write the books, all of the emotions that made me write the books. It's helped me further, get a handle on the emotions that come with that and the healing that comes with it as well. So I do hope you enjoyed this content. Again, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I can't wait to see y'all on the next video. Make sure you enter the raffle. The raffle is over December 24th. It's Christmas Eve. I'm raffling off 4 prizes. 2 of the prizes are my books of poetry and a uniquely free pin from my B.Poetique brand. The other 2 prizes are t-shirts from the Uniquely Free line under the B.Poetique brand. So enter. You can put in $4 per entry and you can send your entry information here. But as always, it was good talking to y'all. We're going to keep being consistent for Vlogmas because I'm having a good time, honestly. And I will see y'all on the next one. Peace. Can I vent to you like these pages do?